we decided to volunteer here in the pharmacy.
I work the registration intake desk.
I'm an interviewer.
Generally, when I started, I was working back here in the pharmacy.
Currently, I'm on the board.
I kind of do a little bit of everything. Sometimes I help restock, sometimes I help with the yard sale stuff.
So I started volunteer interviewing about 2 years ago, and it's been very special ever since.
Crisis control would not exist without our volunteers. We have more than 500 volunteers, and they are the ones that do the hard work of the ministry. They're the ones that provide the client interviews. They're the ones that help count the pills in the free pharmacy. They're the ones that load and stock the shelves and help our families who come in for food in the Client Choice Food Pantry. We would not exist without our volunteers, and they are so important to the operations of this ministry.
I think I've been pretty lucky in my life and have had a lot of privileges, and I know that I wanted to do something to give back.
It's a very meaningful experience, and it really opens your eyes to different circumstances, and you realize that it is but by the grace of God that we're the ones handing out the food instead of receiving it.
Our volunteers are the best. They are committed. Our average volunteer stays about 8 years. They come once a week without fail. It is amazing to me, the people that are dedicated to the work that they do here.
It's a warm and caring atmosphere here at Crisis Control. I think the staff is warm and caring, and the volunteers, and I hope that that's conveyed to the clients.
You know, God calls us to serve our neighbor, and it's a reminder every week that we've got a lot of neighbors that need help. It's just a very anchoring experience and very humbling experience to see the people that are struggling so mightily. To be able to help people occasionally is something that just feels in a way that you can't explain. It's doing God's work because we're called to do so.
The thing I enjoy most is knowing that I'm making a difference and being with the people that we work with.
There's a couple signs in the building, 2 different locations. One is at the intake desk. The other is where the interviewer calls the client in. It just says simply, "Let every gift be received as a Messiah." It's very simple and very powerful.
One of the things I like is working side by side with clients. I don't feel like I'm working for them or whatever. I feel like we work together to try to help them and to make their lives better. So I think that's what I enjoy the most.
Volunteers do absolutely everything. They answer the telephone, they do computer work, they actually are the ones that interview the clients, gather the information to see if and what we can help them with. They volunteer in the pharmacy. It's absolutely everything. We could not exist without the volunteers.
Something about being in crisis makes people shed a lot of the armor of their lives and really tell you what's going on. And it's really an honor to be able to talk to people in that time because it means that they trust you to be able to tell you that.
It provides help to people in crisis, and also I think inspires hope that they won't always be in a crisis. I think that's certainly part of what I think we as a couple wanted to convey, is that there is hope after difficult times.
I've been here for 25 years, and many of the people that we work with as a volunteer have been here for years and years and years, and they just don't stop volunteering. They love it.
I had not anticipated how much fun it would be, but I volunteer on the same afternoon every week, and I come in on Tuesday afternoon and we have the same group of folks, and there's a great camaraderie, and we've lived through some of the same challenging stories, and it's an opportunity to sort of share those experiences together and learn from their experience as well.
I'm the Director of Community and Volunteer Relations, which is basically going out into the community, telling everyone about crisis control, and also in the process of recruiting volunteers, since we need 80 to 100 each day.
And it brings me joy to be here. Like I said, it's like a family to me here. Family for the staff and volunteers, and also for the clients.
The senior population that's retired, of course, that's our backbone because they have the extra time to put into their volunteer work. They come from such different backgrounds and so many ways of life, but once they get here, it all works, it all blends because the common goal is helping the community.
It's a great place to volunteer, and we enjoy volunteering together, and I think there's opportunities for folks with different skills, different gifts, So I think it's a great organization, and I really appreciate its presence in Winston-Salem.
I think the best thing that can happen is for people to come down to Crisis Control Ministry and to take a tour of our services and see other volunteers in action. That's how you know what we do. We always encourage people to come down to see what we're doing.
It gives me pleasure knowing that I'm helping other people. You know, I've received a lot of blessings in my life, and it's time, that time I'm able to give it back.
It's almost like a void when we're not able to come. I mean, we love working with the clients. We enjoy the camaraderie of the volunteers. I always feel appreciated for what I do by the staff, by other volunteers, and by the clients. It's just a really great agency.
I go home every night knowing that day that lives were changed somewhere in Forsyth County as a result of Crisis Control Ministry.